There are actually people on the beach, and almost someone is in the sea. Hello, this is Marcus from EV Journey, and I'm just going to do a day trip, somewhere a bit different. It's not going to be the Algarve, it's going to be in the north of Portugal, to a place called São Pedro de Moel. That's a little beach place where you can go for a walk and stuff, go for a good restaurant, and I'm going with the family. So I thought I'd do a small video about this, just to let you know how good this Model 3 rear-wheel drive is from 2023. Yeah, that's correct, 2023 is, and it's only got a 60 kilowatt hour battery, and I'll just show you where this place is. So I'm currently at home just south of Lisbon here, a place called Moita, and we're going to go north across Lisbon, across the Vasco da Gama bridge. We're going to go up there and we're going to go to this place here, São Pedro de Moel. Why is this interesting? Because this place here doesn't have any chargers. So that's bad. You'd expect these kind of places to have type 2 chargers. I thought that was the promise of Motorway, that all these small towns and villages and stuff would have type 2 chargers, but it doesn't. The campsite has a charger, but obviously we're not clients, so we're not going to camp there, we can't use it. I think it's just for clients, and it's 160 kilometers away, and it's going to take 1 hour and 43 minutes apparently. And we're going to get there with 57%. The car's nearly at 100% still charging now, at 99% I think. Oh, it's at 100%, I stopped. So can we go there and come back without charging? Most of it's motorway all the way, 120 kilometers an hour, and we're going to take advantage of that and drive it 120 kilometers an hour. So we're just starting now, and it is 10:57. So we should be there at 12:40. And let's see. And it's saying here now we're going to get there with now it's saying here now we're going to get there with 57%, so that should be good. So we're just going over the Vasco da Gama bridge, so we're on the way, and there's Lisbon over there in the distance. We're going along the A8 now, and we've done 54 kilometers, and we've got a consumption of 167 watt hours per kilometer, which isn't bad. And it's saying we're going to arrive with 61%. Now we've done something a bit stupid. We didn't check the weather. We didn't check the weather at the destination before we set off. And apparently it's going to be very cloudy. Hopefully it won't rain though. I don't think it's beach weather, as we were expecting. So we should have gone south instead of north, you see. Algarve is always better than going north in Portugal for the weather, in my opinion. But this is an example of that. So yeah, so that was something stupid. Always check the weather in a destination before you go. So it's slightly spitting with rain now on the way, and because it hasn't rained for so long in Portugal, or at least in the south, we just don't bother to check the weather before going anywhere. So yeah, but hopefully in the destination it won't be raining, we hope. And is the rain getting even worse? And we've only got a shirt on and shorts, so it won't be too cold. But it's 23 degrees Celsius outside, so it's not too cold. So we're just coming off the A8 motorway here, and we're going towards São Pedro de Moel. So the battery is currently at 61%. We've done exactly 142 kilometers and 152 watt hours per kilometer, so very good. And it's saying now we're going to get there with 58%. So let's see, shall we? So I guess now we've got a lot of these small roads until we get to the destination, which is about 15 kilometers away. As you can see, there's lots of trees here. Whoa, so we're just arriving in São Pedro de Moel. As you can see, it's quite foggy, but there's no rain, so not all bad. And we'll see if we can find somewhere to park now. Not sure if parking is easy here or not, but we will see. And the sea is just by us.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
I guess there's not too many people on the beach today, so it should be good. I think this is more or less the centre here, so I guess if we find parking, we can just park. So let's have a look, shall we?
In 200 metres, enter the roundabout and take the third exit.
Oh, there's kids' playground down there and stuff. We're parking along here, and the beach is just in front of us in the distance. We can't see that because it's foggy.
Take the third exit.
Should we park here, Ben? Yeah. Yeah, we'll park here then. I think it seems to be a parking place, more or less. Just have a quick look at the stats here. 162 kilometers, 24 kilowatt hours used, and 145 watt hours per kilometre. So that's quite low. And we're currently at 58% as predicted. So perfect. And we're going to enjoy this wonderful town. So I've just arrived near the sea. We're high up here and the beach is down over there, but as you can see, it's nice weather. We're at the top of the cliffs and you can see waves down there. It reminds me a bit of the Azores when we went there recently. And it's quite cold, 20 degrees. And I bought swimming trunks, beach towel, all of that stuff. Even got sun cream on, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I didn't bring a jumper and it's quite cold, to be honest. So there we go, there's the Atlantic for you. Here is the beach, if you can see it, and the good news is it's pretty empty, so we'll be able to find a spot on the beach if we want to. Yeah, it doesn't look the best for swimming. It seems even the lifeguards have gone home. So there's an ID4, ID3. I've just seen a Smart and no Type 2 charger. Unbelievable. So we went to a very good restaurant called Breeze Mar. And the sun is almost out. Let's have a look. Actually, people on the beach, and almost someone is in the sea. I brought my towel, but in fact, I'm going to use this to keep me warm in case it starts raining or getting cold. It's only like 20 degrees here, and I think we're going to go for a walk up the cliff over there. There's a walkway, so we're going to go on that walk instead of enjoying the beautiful beach. So today, surprisingly, it's yellow flag, which means you're only allowed to paddle, but you're not allowed to swim. And there goes the lifeguard with a thick jacket on. A Zoe, that could do with a Type 2 charger here as well, probably. So here we're at the start of the walk on top of the cliff. The sea over there. And we're just about to start it. So hopefully this should take us a long way around the cliff, we'll see. Or does it just take us to these seats over there? Whether it's only going to take us to those seats over there. So we're expecting kilometres of walkway, and no, we don't have that. We have it finishing here, but I don't think it finishes here because you can go along this sand path. So I think that's a performance Tesla Model 3 Highland, and that could also do with a Type 2 charger.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
So we're kind of driving home here, but we're going to stop somewhere on the way because that walkway wasn't very long. We saw another walkway not far from here, so we're going to see if we can find that on the way back home. But if we're to go straight back home now, it's saying it would take 1 hour 42 minutes, and it's also saying that we'd get there with 19%. So anyway, we'll see when we get home, but yeah, we're just stopping here, not very far away from where we just drove, and there's a walkway here, there's a beach down there and everything. So we're going to go on this wooden walkway and have a look. This beach is even bigger, but the weather's still not great. So here's the start of the walkway, and here it is here. It says it's 8.7 kilometres. It's got some things to visit. It's circular. It says it takes 2.5 hours. I'm not sure we're going to do the 2.5 hours today. But anyway, we're going to do a bit of it, and it looks quite good. It seems to go along the sea. Yeah, but the weather's not great and it's spitting a little bit, not too much. Here's the beach from up here, and there seems to be a lot of surfers today. A lot of people on this beach. And from this side there's another beach, and there goes the walkway into the hills. So it's been for a little walk. The battery's at 55%. It's 5:15 now. We're going to go back home, 154 kilometres apparently, and it's saying we're going to get home with 20%. Again, most of it is motorway. I'd say easily over 80%, probably more like 90%, so it'll be at 120 kilometres an hour, most of the route. But we just have to get out of this beach area here. What's this called?
Paredes.
Paredes. So this beach here is called Paredes, and this is a big beach that we walked past. It seems a little bit sunnier now, the rain stopped, so yeah, the weather gets better as we leave, it seems. But anyway, we've had a good day, and back home on this little road trip we did today.
Meters, take the A8 slip road on the left towards Lisboa, Nazaré.
So just coming back onto the motorway, and that will be 142 kilometres until home.
Now take the A8 slip road on the left.
And we're going on the A8 towards Lisbon. Now this motorway here is not great for chargers, and I'll explain why on the way. So we're coming up to the Nazaré service station, and this is a BP service station. There's one on each side of the motorway, like there normally is in Portugal. And this one, as far as I know, doesn't have any charger whatsoever, and I'm not sure they're installing them. I don't think so at the moment. So yes, this is not a good service station if you've got an electric vehicle. But if you've got petrol, it's fine. Now we're just coming up the Obadush services, so we're 108 kilometres away from home, and it's going well. And at these services, they don't have any chargers yet, but they're installing them. So this is the Shell services. They're putting, I think, 4 CCS on one side and 4 CCS on the other side. So this is definitely needed here. I don't know if you can see that. You see where that green tent is? That's where they're currently installing the CCS chargers, or it's not really a tent, it's a awning, so people can have shade while they're charging, which would be great. And the weather is getting worse, as you can see. So we're coming up to Torres Vedras service station. As you can see here, they do actually have electric chargers. I'm not quite sure how many. I think it's 2 CCS on each side, and it's got shade as well. I guess they must be working. I've used them in the past a couple of years ago, so I don't know if they've got any more now or anything. But currently this is the only place on the trip on the A8 where they've actually got chargers, and yes, I can see one car charging on it, so they must be working. There's 2 over there. Yes, there's like 2 CCS on each side. So that's pretty good. They also seem to have CHAdeMO and Type 2 as well within the box. So there's 2 boxes which serve Type 2, CHAdeMO and CCS. So yes, not so bad there on the A8. We're 77 kilometres away from home, and we just keep going towards Lisbon now. And as you can see, there's still a bit of rain. We're still on the A8, and we're coming up to the Loures service station, and here they've got electric chargers. There must be CCS, I don't know how many or what, but is this Cepsa? Oh yeah, I think these are, no, this is a Repsol. So I don't know what they are. Let's have a look if I can see them. No, it's hard to see. They've got a big green thing, so yeah, there's at least 2 CCS chargers, probably more, I would say, by looking at the tent-like structure of Via Verde. So now we're getting close to Lisbon. We're 42 kilometres from our destination. We're still on the A8, and apparently we're only going to arrive with 16% now, and not the 20%. So coming into a bit of traffic around Lisbon, which may eat into the battery a little bit, but hopefully not too much. We're 32 kilometres away now, and the traffic shouldn't be for too long. So we're just coming back on the Vasco da Gama bridge. We've got 26 kilometres to go. The car's at 22%, and as you can see, as soon as we get into the south again, over the River Tejo of Lisbon, the weather gets much better. Now it's sunnier again. It's probably sunny here all day, but we went for the cold and the rain. And here it is 24 degrees Celsius, and it's currently well, it's nearly 7 o'clock. No, it's actually 20 to 7. We're coming up to the service station now on the Vasco da Gama bridge, and this service station is the last service station on this whole route. And they've got, I think, 1 DC charger, and I think it's something stupid like 30 or 40 kilowatts. Is really bad. It might be 50 kilowatts, but I don't think it is. So it's a really bad location here. Now obviously there's been lots and lots of chargers on routes if we went off the motorway or whatever, but we're just looking at the chargers on the motorway just to give you an idea. We did need to charge what the options were available without going off the motorway. But anyway, don't need to charge. This is perfect. We've already done 308 kilometres today, and we haven't charged. So we're just going to pull off the motorway now, and our destination is about 2 kilometers from here. So as you can see, we've really done a lot of motorway today, and we've done so far 322 kilometers, and the battery is at 16%, so that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Anyway, we do the final figures when we get back home. So we're back. It's exactly, what time is it? I don't know. Yeah, it's 2 minutes to 7 o'clock since we got back, so how long that took. But anyway, what's really interesting is the consumption and how much we used and what percentage we arrived with. So what's interesting here is since charge. We did 324 kilometers. We used 46 kilowatt hours, and our average was 141 watt hours per kilometers, which is quite low. And we're at 16%, which is quite incredible really, for this 60 kilowatt hour Tesla, which is the cheapest Model 3 money can currently buy you. So using something called maths, I've calculated our range at 100% would be 386 kilometers. That's absolutely phenomenal considering most of the journey was motorway, 120 km/h speeds. We had air conditioning on for most of the time, and as predicted here, it's 25 degrees Celsius. As you can see, it's quite sunny, and we should have gone south. That's why we normally always go to the Algarve, but I'm joking, because in the north sometimes you can get good weather as well, especially in the summer. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this small road trip. I definitely did, and the food was fantastic. Thank you again for watching. Bye.